And I used to make my own clubs too. I used to make my own clubs when I worked there because I would go out, I would drive that stupid thing with the cage over it, right? And they'd pick up all the golf balls, and
Yes.
everybody's always aiming at me, and I'd always have my friends coming, and they'd be like, smoking a blunt in the fucking woods, and then they'd come and hit me with golf balls. And I would also, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I also used to smoke the blunt with them in the
All
woods.
right.
So
Yeah.
I'm sitting there
Yeah.
like with my headphones on, just jamming, and then bam, all of a sudden,
Have you ever thought about doing other things besides being a musician at all, or
yeah,
what were you getting into, man?
you know, I've always like done music in one way or another. But there were definitely times where I was like, I don't know if this is gonna pan out, right?
Right.
So I've kind of, for the most part, always tried to have like a secondary thing going on because, of course, also when I was first starting out, the bands that I was playing with, we weren't making any money, and it was like I would have to basically work when I'm not on tour. I'd have to work to be able to go on tour,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Like I used to work at a driving range, like a golf place with like putt putt golf and batting cages and
Yeah.
like driving range. Dude, if it wasn't for that job, I probably wouldn't have made it as a musician because when I was in my first band, The Absence, I worked at this place in Tampa or Brandon, Florida called Ace Golf. Shout out to Ace Golf. It's not around anymore, but if it wasn't for
Okay.
that place, dude,
Right.
my boss Frank, he used to let me. He would let me if I gave him enough advance.
Yeah.
He would let me leave for a tour and then come back and have my job. For you
Dude.
guys that don't realize that in this new modern age, like that was essential.
Yeah.
Having something to come home to.
Yeah.
Or it was either that or like delivering pizzas, something that you
Mhm.
could always kind of just pick up. Um, so I used to do that job, and I used to, we would book tours, and I'd say like, "Hey Frank, I'm gonna be gone for like 5 weeks," and he'd be like, "Okay." But then
Right.
as soon as what day do you get home? And I'd be like, "This day," and he'd be like, "The next day, schedule me 7 a.m." Gotta get out there and cut the grass, dude. And I
Yeah,
did it, bro. And I did that job for probably 10 years, man. And I swear, if it wasn't for that job, I wouldn't have made it
dude.
in music business. And I did that job all the way up until I actually had to quit because I moved to Denver to play in Havok. So all of those years,
Mm.
that was it, dude. Everybody in Florida
Dude,
and Tampa knows that I was at the golf range all those times.
dude. We have something in common.
Oh, snap.
Golf.
Oh, yeah?
I also
You?
I also worked on a golf course as well.
Dude, see?
My
I knew it. There was something. The secret is out. Something. I was like, this
Uh,
guy, he's got
oh,
something I know.
oh man.
It's
I
crazy.
my father was a superintendent on a golf course in Maryland, and of course I always wanted to be in doing the same thing what he was doing, which was golf course maintenance. And I worked there with my brother and my uncle. I worked there for 18 years,
Oh,
and of course I was doing music at that same time as well.
so sick, dude. How
And
rare is that?
it is very rare. And
That's
like your
crazy.
story, I was like, dude,
That
what?
sounds familiar.
Right. I'm like, okay, but I didn't get the chance to, like go on tour. My band was much smaller. We did a lot of shows that were in the state of Maryland, or we'd go up between like Pennsylvania, go down to South Carolina and stuff like that.
Right.
But I understand about getting to work early the next day after you have a gig.
Oh, yeah.
And like I could be going like maybe 4 hours or something like that, arrive at that job at like 5:30 in the morning. Of
Cut the
course,
grass.
cutting the grass, cutting the
The
greens,
greens, dude.
the
And
the
oh my God.
fairways,
Yep.
the tees, like I was all in it. I thought I was going to be like I'm going to become a superintendent of a golf course. I thought
Wow.
that.
That could have been crazy.
And my boss, I invited my boss to one of my shows in the local area, and and I was up for like a raise or whatever, and it was a evaluation or whatever, and I'm like, he's like, say, dude, so I'm gonna tell you something, and I normally don't tell my employees this at all. He's like, I love what you do here at the job. You're one of my best guys here at the golf course, but um, I think you need to quit. I'm
Oh,
like, what? I
whoa.
was like insulted. I was like, what the? What? My lines ain't straight, man. Come on.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like, man, I was all in it, like lines left to right, right to
Oh,
left,
yeah.
side to side, front to
Like that
back.
cross pattern.
Yeah, I was
I
all
know.
about that, just burning in the lines. Like
Mhm.
I was all about it. I was like, so what are you trying to say? Like he's like, I think you need to get out of this so you can get into music.
Oh,
You need to figure this out of this whole music thing. I'm like,
wow.
at
Good
first
for
I
him.
was, yeah. No, if it wasn't for him, his name was Bo.
Shout out to Bo.
Bo, yeah, man.
My
And,
man.
that's right. um, and he was just like, you really need to dig deep into this and figure this out. Call some people and just try to figure this out
Hmm.
and get out there. You need to get out there. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, you have the talent. Go out
Wow.
there and just do it. So 2 years later, I eventually of course I left the golf course business after 18 years or whatever, and I went to Guitar Center and got a job out there at Guitar Center. I was like drum manager or whatever, sales manager, or of the store or whatever, and then after that, I decided to have a big up thing, and decided to leave Maryland and get out and go out to California, and went to the Sherman Oaks store.
No way.
Yeah.
So that's when we said Sherman Oaks earlier. You were like,
Yeah.
I know Sherman
Sherman
Oaks.
Oaks. So yeah,
Ah,
man,
that's incredible.
Yeah, man. So that's
The one right here on Ventura.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. That I used to
Incredible.
work at that store before it got remodeled now.
Wow.
Because drums were
Incredible.
upstairs back then, so anyway, yeah. That's
So cool, man. It's so sick that your boss like saw your potential
I,
and kind of like was like, yo, you could cut grass the rest of your life if you want, but I don't think that's for you.
yeah. I say you say, but think of it as this. It's like you can always come back to this. I'm
Right.
like, okay, all right. You have a
Grass
point.
still gonna be here.
Yeah.
Ain't going anywhere.
Right. I was like, if you really want to do this, maintenance, superintendent thing that you really want to do, you can go to school for it. I'm like, not really, huh? Yeah, I'll try the music thing. So, yeah, man. So I went that way.
Good for you, man. That's so sick. That's a killer story, and I can't believe we both used to work in the golf industry.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
No, it is, man. Do you play golf?
Well, when I was there, obviously I would drive some balls, and I guess it kind of just comes with the territory. But
Right.
yeah, I would love to. A good buddy of mine out here is always trying to get me to play some golf, but all my clubs are still back in Tampa.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
love it. I think it's super relaxing. It's really like a killer sport to focus.
Yeah.
And I like the whole vibe of it. It's like it's nice and quiet out there. It's nice and sunny. It's beautiful. You hear the birds
Yeah.
and your own thoughts, and you just get in your zone and you do it.
Dude, I wish I was more into it, but I was.
It's hard, bro.
It is hard, and I always shank the ball,
Of course, so do I. I have a weird thing that I do with golf. I have a lot of weird things. Being an ambidextrous person, to go
Oh right.
back to
Oh
that.
man.
So check this out. This is
Okay.
super weird. Now that we're talking golf
Okay. All right. All right.
and shanking,
Right.
so check this. If I drive, I swing my clubs with both hands, like both directions. So like I drive with my left. So
Oh.
I'll drive with my left, and it will go straight as an arrow. If I try to drive with my right, it will go not straight at all. But
Oh,
when I'm doing my short game with irons, if I'm chipping or
yeah,
putting,
yeah.
right-handed. Right-handed. It's all in the
Really?
hips. So weird. I drive straight as an arrow with my left, and then I chip and short game with my right.
Hold on. So
Super weird.
how's that work with the clubs?
I have a left-handed driver. That's it. And I used to make my own clubs too. I used to make my own clubs when I worked there because I would go out, I would drive that stupid thing with the cage over it, right? And they'd pick up all the golf balls, and
Yes.
everybody's always aiming at me, and I'd always have my friends coming, and they'd be like, smoking a blunt in the fucking woods, and then they'd come and hit me with golf balls. And I would also, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I also used to smoke the blunt with them in the
All
woods.
right.
So
Yeah.
I'm sitting there
Yeah.
like with my headphones on, just jamming, and then bam, all of a sudden, like,
Oh.
but I would be out there, and then sometimes like a head, these guys swing so damn hard, the head will break off. And some people just look, they're like, oh, fuck it, I broke my club, got to get a new one.
Yeah.
But I would have this like $500 sick ass head. And one of my jobs there was like to reshaft heads.
Yeah.
So I would just bore it out and put a new I would buy like a nice, shaft, which is not nearly as much as the head.
Yeah.
And I basically built my own clubs. All my own clubs back in Tampa, they're all like built by me.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah. I know. I need to get them out here because like this is a perfect place to play golf, I wouldn't mind getting back into it.
There you go, man. Oh man, I got my son into it now. My
Nice.
youngest
It's a
son.
cool sport.
Yeah, man, and he's all about it. And of course, on the golf course that I was on, you ever heard of a guy named Kyle Brookshire?
Doesn't
He's
ring a
like
bell.
he is like the long distance golfer right now.
He's like the
Uh,
Happy Gilmore.
oh my gosh, that dude could hit. But um, that kid, well, now I mean he's like famous now or whatever. But
Killer.
his father used to run the golf course that I used to work on. Was really good friends with my dad. Um, but yeah, his golf course in Crofton, Maryland. And yeah, so now this kid, Kyle Brookshire, is like, yeah, he's like the longest distance, Yeah, check him out, man. Whenever
You know
you
what? I
got
think I might have heard of that. I don't
Look,
really follow it too much, but
right.
like, I see things every once in a while.
That's cool, man. Long hair, you can't miss him.
Sick. Yes,
So
I
yeah,
definitely know who you're talking about because I
right.
was like, long hair in golf? Because
Yeah.
like I always had long hair and they were like, it's like a very gentlemanly sport and it must be
Yup.
like primmed and proper all the time. I was like, this is not for me, dude. I'd be out there in like a, Black Dahlia Murder fucking
See?
cut
Yeah.
off shirt swinging golf clubs and everybody's looking at me like, what the fuck is this guy doing out here?
See? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. I went way to the left.
Dude, I knew we were gonna get into the thick of it today, but I did not expect a segment on golf.
Golf, right? Yeah.
Anything's possible here.
Right. Hey, did you know that we have a website, Talk Music Podcast with Wil Dorsey Jr.? We got all kinds of stuff on there, man. Check it out. Got some cool swag on there, like a sweatshirt or a hoodie or a coffee mug. Man, if you can just go on there and just check it out and see what you think, um, man, it would help me out, you know. But yeah, check out the gear. Hope you like it and support Talk Music Podcast with Wil Dorsey Jr. Thanks. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Wil Dorsey Jr. Talk Music Podcast. If you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button, that little red button on there. Just hit it. That will help me out tremendously. If you can also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, that will also help me. And if you wanted to download our podcast on Apple or Google or Amazon or even Spotify, you can check us out on there. Hope you guys enjoy the show.
Today's episode is brought to you by our sponsor, eRecord Studio, the new way musicians rehearse, record, and share their e-record sessions on social media. Visit ERS on eRecordStudio.com. Download this amazing app on Google and Apple Apps stores.
Visit us on www.talkmusicpodcast.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Download our podcast on Apple, Google, Amazon, and Spotify.